Hi, this is your host. Going from sea to sky was one of the most epic evolutionary journeys ever. Our planet has been around for 4.5 billion years, and in that time, life has found a way to survive almost everywhere. But have you ever wondered what some extinct creatures would look like if they were still alive today? You're about to find out. From a mammal that used to glide through the air to an ancient whale monster, here are 10 extinct animals that evolved to fly or swim. First, let's go back to the Jurassic period when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. This is where we find our first creature, the Germanodactylus. This flying reptile was truly a sight to behold. It had a wingspan of up to 12 meters and a skull that could grow more than 1 meter long. These gigantic wings allowed it to soar through the skies with ease, hunting down prey such as fish and small mammals. It had a diet similar to modern-day eagles, and it could easily snatch them up with its powerful beak. But sadly, the Germanodactyl became extinct during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, which wiped out many other species, including the dinosaurs. But thankfully, we have fossils that allow us to learn about this amazing animal and marvel at its ability to fly. Our next creature is not what you think. Meet Ambulocetus. It's derived from the Latin word for walking whale. And boy, does this thing look scary. Back in the day, it was thought that Ambulocetus was a member of the dog family, but we now know that it was actually a type of whale. It lived in the water, but it had legs. And by looking at its teeth, scientists believe that it was a ferocious predator that hunted fish and other aquatic creatures. Its body was massive, reaching up to 13 meters in length and weighing several tons. Now, just imagine this beast charging towards you with its sharp teeth and powerful jaws. It truly is the stuff of nightmares. But luckily for us, the Ambulocetus went extinct around 40 million years ago. But its fossils have been discovered in Pakistan, India, Egypt, and the United States. So we can still learn about this incredible creature and be thankful that it's no longer around to hunt us. We head to the land down under for our next creature, the marsupial lion. This furry feline looked like a mix between a lion and a kangaroo, and it was found only in Australia. It had a thick, woolly coat that helped it survive in the country's harsh environment. It also had powerful claws that it used to hunt for food. However, this unique animal went extinct around 40,000 years ago, and there are several theories about why it happened. Some say it was because of climate change, while others blame it on humans. But whatever the reason, we may never know why the marsupial lion disappeared. But thankfully, we have fossils and cave paintings that give us a glimpse into the past and remind us of this majestic creature that once roamed the Australian outback. Let's take a trip to South America for our next extinct creature, the terror bird. Yes, that's right. This bird was called the terror bird because it looked like a nightmare. With its sharp beak and powerful legs, it was a fearsome predator that hunted in packs. It stood up to 3 meters tall and had a wingspan of 6 meters. That's bigger than a double bed. It could swoop down and grab its prey with ease, then tear it to shreds with its sharp talons. But sadly, the terror bird went extinct around 12,000 years ago. But it left behind a legacy of fear and wonder, and scientists believe that it went extinct because of climate change. Moving on, let's talk about a creature so strange it looks like an alien. Say hello to the Ichthyosaur. This marine reptile was a true oddball. It lived in the oceans from around 248 to 201 million years ago and grew up to 20 meters long. They had a huge head, a long neck, and a powerful tail, and could swim at speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour. But the strangest thing about the Ichthyosaur was its eyes. They were the size of basketballs, and scientists believe that they helped the creature hunt prey in the dark depths of the ocean. But unfortunately, the Ichthyosaur went extinct during the largest mass extinction event in history. Now let's talk about a creature that's straight out of a fairy tale, the Basilosaurus. This ancient whale monster was the stuff of legends. It lived in the oceans from around 55 million to 40 million years ago and could grow up to 18 meters long. That's longer than a blue whale. The Basilosaurus had a massive head and a huge mouth filled with sharp teeth that it used to hunt fish and other marine creatures. But unlike today's whales, the Basilosaurus had legs. Scientists believe that these legs were used to help it navigate shallow waters and hunt for food. But eventually, the basilisk went extinct, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and intrigue. And now we have to talk about the dodo bird. This flightless bird was found only on the island of Mauritius and was famous for being clumsy and slow. It couldn't fly, so it spent its time waddling around on the ground, eating fruit and hanging out with its friends. But sadly, the dodo bird went extinct in the 17th century, just 70 years after humans arrived on the island. And this was mainly because of habitat destruction caused by humans. But we can learn from the mistakes of the past and work hard to protect endangered species before it's too late. Our next creature is truly a marvel of evolution, the platypus. No, seriously, this thing is so bizarre that it looks like a mix between a duck, a beaver, and an anteater. The platypus is a type of monotreme, which means that it lays eggs instead of giving birth to live young. It also has a bill that's perfect for digging up food and a webbed feet that helps it swim underwater. And don't forget about its deadly secret weapon, the electric sense. It uses this ability to detect prey and navigate its environment. But even with all these amazing adaptations, the platypus is considered a vulnerable species because of threats like climate change and habitat loss. But luckily, it's still around today for us to marvel at. Next up, we have to talk about the mola mola. This is a type of primate that used to live in the forests of northern Sumatra. It was about the size of a small monkey and had a long tail that it used to grip branches as it swung through the trees. But sadly, the mola mola went extinct in the 1970s, and this was because of habitat destruction caused by humans. But it's not too late. We can still make a difference for endangered species like orangutans and Sumatrans by supporting organizations that protect their habitats. And last but not least, we have to talk about the great auk. This flightless bird was found only on the island of Eldey in Iceland and looked like a penguin. It couldn't fly, so it spent its time swimming in the ocean and hanging out with its fellow great auks. But sadly, the great auk went extinct in the 18th century, and this was because of overhunting by humans. But the good news is that we can learn from the past and protect endangered species before they disappear forever.